Hi, welcome back to Resin Maniacs. As I always say, YouTubers, model kidders, Resin Maniacers, Hulkamaniacers, whatever kind of maniacer you are, we appreciate you tuning in. We have another piece for you today, as we always do. This, I'm bringing you a brand new kit from a new kit company called Crimson Pool Productions. This is their first release. It is a bust based on a silent film character of Der Golem, or the Golem. So, you can see someone already got into the box, Norbert, and we're going to see what was in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Uh-oh. It's Lieutenant Mill's wife's head. Let's get the model kit. All right. And what we have here is, first off, not even looking at, but just, that's a big bust. I thought it was smaller than that. And I think there is a little base in here. And got a small base. So let's kick that to the side and let's get cracking and check out what we got here. And, oh, well, I didn't untape it. Oh, alrighty. Yeah, man, okay, well, again, as I said, this is the Golem, based on the 1920 silent film of The Golem, and it's basically like a Jewish tale of a rabbi who basically sees disaster and like an astrological reading. Honestly, I'm not real up to date on Der Golem, and but I do know it's akin to a Frankenstein story where he essentially forms a man out of clay and mud and uses this magical amulet to bring him to life. And of course, things don't go as planned, and I believe the Golem falls in love with the rabbi's wife, and she doesn't return his love, and hijinks ensue from there. But what we're looking at, this is the first release from Crimson Pool Productions, and it's sculpted by Ray Santaleri, kit sculptor, did makeup on Saturday Night Live, has done sculpting for pre-paint companies too, I believe. But if you're in the hobby, you know Ray Santaleri. And I have to say, it looks like Crimson Pool tapped the right guy. This bust, first the size. I had only up until this moment saw it in pictures. And it looked like your standard quarter scale. And I do like a standard quarter scale. That's a good size piece. This is a very large quarter scale. This is a good hunk of resin right here. And the sculpting is very tight, but yet it's also very loose at the same time, like with the detail of the clothes. So it does look like a man made from mud or a clay. Very stoic, very sharp. The expression is very stern. And the actor that portrayed Der Golem was Wagner. Norbert, say his name.
Paul Wagner.
Paul Wagner. He was a co-director and star of the movie. And it's a German silent era film. And he looks like a stern SOB. And looking at the casting quality is hold on, I'm gonna find something wrong with this. Just give me a minute. It's not primed. It doesn't come primed. You're gonna have to prime it. Of course, after you do your soapy bath and all that. Yeah. So for a first-time kit producer, he fell a little short. You got to prime it. So now this is honestly, I don't see anything. You can literally wash it, prime it, and paint it. And being Der Golem, the Golem, the size of it, and the subject matter of it, it could be an afternoon build because he's a man made of mud. But with the size of it and the detail Santalari put into the face, you could also make it a good long project and get crazy with detail. And what Santalari also did really well with this piece is he captured really well the makeup of it, as in you see the actor. It's sculpted very tight, a lot of nice little nuances to it. Then with the hair and the outfit, it's very loose. It's very, like I said, it looks like it's sculpted out of a clay. So he did a good contrast there, so that matches how it really looks in the film. And really what I like about it is the only thing that is really sharp and tight is the face, the amulet, the medallion, and then the little strap here. Everything else is real loose. And it gives a real nice feel to the piece. And for painting, a lot of people, Der Golem, out of all the silent films, is generally, people tend to go for your Nosferatu, your Phantom of the Opera first. This has a real nice feel to it because a lot of people feel you can't get a lot of detail crazy in painting this. And to that I say, nay, nay. You underestimate this piece. That's right, it's your fault. No, seriously, the paint job, like the way I would approach it, because Santalari sculpted the actor and then did it very mud looking and loose with that, is I would paint the face in the same tones of the color, but I would make them sharper, and I would shade and highlight with these clay colors as I would a flesh. Then I would cut in the eyes like eyes. Maybe run a wash to drop them down a little bit, because that oyster gray is going to pop real hard against that. But I would still paint them like normal eyes and tone them down a bit so they'll still be piercing, and they'll come through really strongly. And I would even go as far as maybe, like I like to do a lot of flecking with a toothbrush to give little imperfections and freckles and things like that. I would do that with the flesh as well too, but I would use a lot of earthy colors. Then I would attack the body as a loose mud, and I wouldn't just mud highlight. I would probably go in and maybe do some sponging, give it a little texture. And because it's a silent film and it's black and white, the medallion, the look of it is gonna kind of be up to you. I would make it sharp, shiny, golds, and maybe that little knob right there in the middle, maybe do like a ruby red or a blood red. And the reason why that is what I'm going to look at for the balance of the piece is I want to make those eyes, and I want to make the eyes and that medallion, I want them to just pop, through the whole piece. This piece is $65 plus shipping, and I got to say, for their first release, for a $65, I mean, that is a hunk of resin right there. It's a slamming size piece. The base doesn't take up a whole big footprint. Nice little, like, kind of cobbled together, like, little stone base there, and just sits atop it. Little pin up the bottom right there through the top, or and then glue it down onto it. Or watching the movie, and and it's a German expressionist movie, you could do kind of a cubism, off-kilter type expressionist type base to it too as well. Get some floral foam or some balsa foam and get cracking. And that's what I like about bases, busts like this, and as you've seen in my other videos with busts, I talk about that. Busts can lend themselves to a lot more than people give them credit. They think, oh, just boom. And there's nothing wrong with that. I got a lot of busts I just plop on their base. But it's also fun to bring it alive and maybe have something coming around it, This, I say, for their first release, I mean, I'm looking at little details, little crow's feet in there. And it's so cool because the likeness is so sharp and subtle at the same time. And the rest of the piece is very muted, as the makeup was. I'd say for a first release, Crimson Pool, Joshua Swift, man, you guys, Ray Santalari and you guys, this is a slamming piece. $65, you're not going to beat that, especially, I don't know I guess he's doing this casting. Whoever's doing the casting is knocking it out of the park. Because like I said, give it a bath, prime it, and you could sit down and knock this out and pop on a movie. You've got it built and painted in a day. Again, with the size, you could really take your time and go detail nuts on it. And a great piece like this is so simple. Show people what you can do as a painter. Knock it out of the park. And again, if you're, highly recommend this for a first-time kit builder. If there's someone you know who loves horror movies and you're trying to get them in the hobby, get this piece for them. This is a slamming piece for a first-timer. And if you got some painting chops, this is a good challenge for you. Take the Golem and show people what you can do with a man made of mud. And I'm going to do my best to knock the shit out of this. Pardon my French. Again, contact Crimson Pool Productions at gmail.com. That's Crimson Pool Productions at gmail.com. And it's 65 plus shipping. If you have a kit you'd like us to review, get a hold of us at Resinmaniacs at yahoo.de. That's correct, right? All right, and I forgot to say that in the other videos. Look at me, I'm slipping in my old age. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for sticking with us. And if you're not a Resin Maniac, how the hell are you watching this video? Sign up. And click like, click subscribe. Come on in, and please, like I want you guys, comment with your build-ups. Let me see what you guys can do with this, because that's a great freaking piece. Till next time.